Hello, hello, howdy, hi, welcome. Come on in. The Baldur's Gate brain rot continues. Will it ever end? I don't know. But yeah. I was thinking about doing an art stream today, but then I was like, man, I'm not really feeling it though. And I was like, well, shit, what do I do instead then? and and I was racking my brain, racking it around, and then I was just like, Baldur's Gate. Can we do something with Baldur's Gate? So we're gonna make Pokemon teams, and the fact that that didn't think about this beforehand, because usually, if I'm gonna do a stream like this, I like think about it earlier in the day, and that gives me time to think of some Pokemon that could fit for their teams. But since this was an incredibly last minute idea, it means I've got nothing in the bank. I've got no like, and first we gotta get this one, cause I didn't think about this beforehand. But there's lots we can work with, so let's rock and roll. You know what's a fun fact, Excalibur, about my special interests? Often included in my list of special interests that I'll pull from for things, it'll be like, okay, I like Pokemon, can I do something with Pokemon? I like Project Sekai, can I do something with Project Sekai? I like colors, can I do something with colors? It's a Doki Doki Literature Club. I often will think, can I incorporate DDLC into this? And usually the answer is just no. It's just a sneaky hidden special interest that doesn't get to play very often. Bonus special interest is I finally started watching Vadi video videos about Elden Ring, so I've also got Elden Ring on the brain. But we're not talking about that today. We're talking about Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate and Pokemon. Fun fact, I put them in order that I obtained them as party members. So now you know. In case you were curious for the order. I'm also confused as to why Shadowheart and Lae'zel are way taller. Like, their profile images are just much bigger than everyone else's. Which I thought was weird. But let's get into it. I think Will is an easy starting point. We can easily grab us a Pokemon reminiscent of Mizora, his patron, that he is a warlock too. We just gotta figure out what makes for the best Mizora representative. She's demon. She do be a blue demon lady. In the artwork, she was much sexier. But I'm glad they toned that down. I think it works better for his character, for her to be less... Salazzle's a great option. Look at you thinking with portals. But yeah, for her to be less, like, seductive. Because his backstory, he, like, partnered with her kind of out of necessity. Kind of a Q-based situation. Grab Salazzle over here. And throw it on down. Excellent. Everything is about the same size. Oh, here, I'll fuse all these layers together. Great! We got one Pokemon on the board. Shiny Morgrim? Which one's Morgrim again? Oh. No. Sorry, Messiah. You don't get the good boy points when you're second to bat. Let's get a red dragon for Lae'zel. That's like her whole thing. That's like her race's whole situation is they've got red dragons. Now the thing though is to narrow that down. Obviously my first thought is Charizard, but the problem is, one, it's orange, and two, it's technically not a dragon. Is there a dragon type, like actual dragon type Pokemon that's red? Are any of them red? Pokemon, Dragon. Charizard isn't a bad option. We all like Charizard, But if we can find something that's for real red, not Latios. Latios is lame. Latios is a jet. That's not a dragon. And Tatsugiri isn't a great pick either. The Applin line is not right. Koraidon is not right. I guess Charizard's kind of the only option. Dragonite is also orange. We'll go with Charizard. Charizard fits the vibe better. Just slap that bad boy right there. Excellent. Perfect. Great and cool. Are there any, like, really... There's obviously gotta be some kind of vampire Pokemon. There's plenty of bats. I could easily give him Golbat. I'm looking at Astarion now. 'Cause, like, we gotta address the bloody elephant in the room. Literally, he's got blood on his lips. I saw, like, someone, it was like a tweet or something, and someone was like, was the idea of him being a vampire ever really supposed to be a surprise? And I'm like, no, I don't think so. But yeah, so, like, obviously there's, like, Golbat, whose old Pokemon card description, like, you know, because they've got, like, fun little words on the bottom of, you know, just fun factoids on the bottom of cards. And Golbat's, I'll never forget, it was like, it drinks, like, 3 gallons of blood. And it was just like, what the fuck? I feel like Malamar isn't quite right. It's not quite right. It doesn't give enough vampire. Yeah, Golbat. I'm just wondering if there's a better option. Hang on, I need water. Golbat feels a little Route 1, but I guess he is also a little Route 1. I'll grab it for right now. If we think of a better vampire Pokemon, then we can always slap it over Golbat. Boink. Awesome. 10. Ooh! I've already got one for Karlak. I just had an idea. So she's great. I love her. I'm gonna give her Tauros, but specifically I want her to have one of the Paldean Tauroses. Plaays breed Tauros. Because it's got that fire imagery, it's got the black fur, and she wears black, and she's got her black hair, and it's a fighting type. It just feels like it's just the right vibes. It's got anger issues like her. Awesome. We can probably work with her engine as well. She's got an engine instead of a heart, so we can work with that as well. But let's get the first Pokemon down for everybody. Shadowheart, we can easily do something for the Night Song. Or her patron that she is, Char. That she's a cleric and she follows. Which, by the way, this evil D20 has nothing to do with with her religion. That's a plot thing. But yeah, we can easily get something like that in for her. Just gotta figure out which one. The Night Song is easier because there's like a strong visual to the Night Song. They're a person. That's the whole thing. We're spoiling the game, by the way. If you don't want Baldur's Gate spoilers, you can go away. Let's get ourselves a kind of angelic Pokemon on the field. There's gotta be kind of an angel, a white-winged bird. Ooh, maybe Togekiss? It's weird to call it an angel, but I don't think I'm wrong. Does that make sense, though? Would people understand what Togekiss is representing here? Or would they be like, why the Togekiss? Mega Absol? You know, yeah, I think you're right. I think Mega Absol is a pretty Good idea. What is it? The Clawed Bird. I don't know what that... The Cloud Bird. Altaria. I'm gonna roll with Mega Absol. I think it kind of has the extra edgy vibe that is also kind of important. There's a lot of edge with Shadowheart's plot. Her name is Shadowheart, coming in here with a fucking warrior cat's name. Awesome, excellent. And now we gotta get Gale, which is tough because his whole thing really is just magic. And it's like, I can't just give him all psychic type Pokemon and say that's good enough. He's got his orb, so let's roll with that. Is there like a black hole Pokemon? There's a circular, and I know that Solosis is round like that. I don't know if it's quite what I'd like. Guzzlord? Guzzlord's great, actually, cause that's the whole thing. Because he needs to like feed magical items to the orb. So that is really excellent. Excellent job. Cereza coming in with the good boy points, as I am apparently going to call them. Excellent. Stunning. We've got the first Pokemon of everyone. Wowee! Now it gets harder, because we've kind of approached all of their most basic of things, and now we have to start, you know, really rubbing our brain cells together. How do we always end back into Guzzlord? We love Guzzlord. In this house, we respect and appreciate Guzzlord. Did I call you she, Cereza? I'm sorry. I feel like I just recently learned that you're a fella as well. You've been nebulously just person-shaped in my imagination. We love Guzzlord and his human man scream. just like Yanma, or Yanmega, rather, and Staryu. Give me a Pokemon with a human man scream. Great. Cool. Okay. I feel like it'd be smarter to kind of start narrowing our focus. Let's get Karlach's engine. I thought about that, so let's do that. There's gotta be an engine Pokemon. And I feel like the best option is Reveroom. We'll go with the little one, though. My pronouns are she and her. Excellent. Let's get... What's Reveroom evolved from? I'll never remember. Just Google Reveroom and I'll find it. Varoom, of course. How foolish of me. It looks so cute to be representative of her horrible engine. Oh, we'll go with the shiny one, because it's yellow. It kind of just like, I don't know, I like the color. Nice. Excellent. Pokemon with motor drive my work. That is true. I feel like, since it's such a literal engine, like, at first I thought she was just like, speaking kind of poetically, calling her heart an engine. And then it was like, oh no, shit, it's an engine. It's just really an engine. Your heart got removed and replaced, like you're a car. Okay. Have you heard Staryu's French voice? I haven't. What a fascinating... I'll Google that later. Because you've piqued my interest. Awesome. We've really... Karlach is hard from here. We can get something to kind of represent Zariel. Zariel is the... Like... So, Karlach is conscripted into an army against her will. And she fights for Zariel. Zariel is a demon, like, demon lord who is a fallen angel. I know that was kind of a lot to break down. But yeah, so if we can get ourselves a good demon-flavored Phalanx is actually a not bad idea. Look at Cereza has all the good ideas today. God damn, this should be Cereza's stream. I would still like to try to get a Zariel flavored Pokemon. The problem is, it's like, okay, well, what demons do we got to work with? We can also get her Gortash. Gortash is one of the main bad guys in the game, and he's the one who, like, sold her. Cause she was his bodyguard, and then he was like, okay, I'll just give you to Satan. And I get, like, money and power, and so we can get a Gortash flavored character as well. Excalibur's in here, so I have to pick up the pace. Yeah, Excalibur here to Google a random Pokemon and decide to recommend that for everything. And sometimes it works. What do they look like? We never see Zariel. So, we kind of just get to go with whatever demon-flavored Pokemon we want. If we can think of one. Maybe Haxorus kind of gets the vibe right? I don't know. But let me Google Gortash. He was one of my handsome husbands. oh, hang on. He's also voiced by the same guy who plays Lucius Malfoy in Harry Potter. Neato, right? Here we go. Here's Gortash. He's a wizard, like a sorcerer guy. He does magic, but he also makes things. That's his gimmick, he's got, like, steel robots that he controls, and his manor is full of traps. You know, very mechanical, centered wizard guy. Pretty handsome. Spiritomb, but I don't know. But what for? Oh, for demon? Spiritomb is pretty demony, but it's not quite hell flavored enough. Klefki vibes, I don't know. Maybe we'll let ourselves ruminate on that. Let's maybe wander away from Karlach as we wait, Kling Klang, hang on. We got there. I like the idea of Kling Klang. Clang. Let's jump to Will and get him something with horns. Because, so, this is his official artwork. However, most players don't see Will as the human he starts as, but as the fiend he becomes when he refuses to murder Karlach. He gets reprimanded by his patron behind him, and she sends him through the hells and turns him into a fiend, so he gets horns. And so let me grab a picture of horned Will so you all can see what he predominantly will look like, unless you're doing an evil playthrough, in which case you then lose Will anyway as a party member. Here's Will as a fiend. He gets some mighty horns, honestly. Yeah, big ram-esque horns. So let's see if we can do something with that. Yeah, same with also Abracadabra Alakazam. Registeel, it feels robotic. Registeel do feel robotic. I feel like Registeel fits better for, like, if we were making Gortash a team. But it's not a terrible suggestion. But let's grab something with horns for Will. And also, I want, like, a stone eyeball, because Will's got one fake eye, cause of the pincer. Too buggy. I want something more Go-Goat. Maybe we give him Go-Goat, actually. And Roggenrola. There we go. Roggenrola's perfect, cause yeah, he's got one false eye. Because of the Rock and roll. Good. Okay, good. Thank goodness. Google Translate. Not Google Translate. It Google translates my horrible misspellings into real words. Yeah, he lost an eye in the same event that got him stuck with Mizora. What did we just think? Go-Goat. What are you saying there? Need a Reno? It has horns? No, it doesn't. It's got one horn. Not right. I'm not looking for a unicorn horn. We're gonna go with Go-Goat, but maybe a shiny one. Just to try to get the colors right. No, we'll roll with normal Go-Goat. Boink. Because they're like the perfect shape. Those are exactly his horns. Regigigas begs for, if you can pitch the idea, I'm not opposed to it. But we can't just give somebody Regigigas. Magnemite does have a single eye. I'm gonna roll with Roggenrola though because it's specifically rock and his eye is implied to be made of stone. Let's wander back to Gale. Let's get his goddess. Let's get Mistra. What's like a sort of goddess-like Pokemon that's got magic-y vibes? I feel like there's plenty of options we can choose from. Gardevoir can be up there. Cresselia can kind of be up there. Diancie does also have those same vibes. And also I think all the Pokemon I just listed are also psychic types. Xerneas. Yeah, I think Xerneas is a fairy. Let's roll with an explicit psychic type because it is so like explicitly magic. Cresselia, yeah. Do I want to go with Gardevoir? Let's make it a legendary. Let's explicitly go with a legendary in a world where I so often I don't skew away from mythicals or legendaries. But yeah, let's pick a mythical or a legendary for this because it is a god that we are representing. I think Cresselia might be the one we want to go with. Diancie is also very cute, but I like how kind of, I don't know, Cresselia feels more powerful. Mesprit is another good one. But I think I like the idea of Cresselia's height, since Mistra was quite tall. Hell yeah. Excellent. We're swiftly running out of things with Gale. We've got his two big things. A crown! He needs a crown. A big part of his arc, of his story, is there is an evil crown that he considers using in order to become a god. Whether or not you have him do that is up to you in your playthrough. But let's get ourselves a crown-themed Pokemon. Either something that evolves with the King's Rock, so like, oh, what's it called? Slowking? Slowking, or I think Poliwrath? Are those the only options? Bunny Deer dude with the horses? Yeah! I'm so glad I knew what that meant. What's that thing fucking called, though? Fucking the cowardly dog looking guy, yeah? He, oh boy, it sure does have a name. Shadow Horse. I'm googling Shadow Horse. Okay, Specterior can help me get there. Okay. Calyrex! You were just a little too slow. I had to find it my stupid way. That's great. That's awesome. Let's start filling out more of the top again. Let's jump back up. But to who, though? Shadowheart is so tough. Because really her whole personality is Char. Let's get her a dark type. I just want her to have a dark type Pokemon. Kind of like a quintessential the darkness kind of Pokemon. Maybe even a legendary, if there are any dark type legendaries. But yeah, I want her to have a dark Pokemon that really evokes all things dark. So like, you know, I love Houndoom. Ooh, Darkrai. Darkrai's great. Darkrai's great. Marshadow is also a fun idea, but Darkrai is kind of perfect. Also, what a fun little kind of contrast we've got with Cresselia down there. Does anyone else remember in that movie where Darkrai had legs and it was kind of weird? I don't want to just keep picking Cerise's options. Just a little too slowy, man. That's perfect. That's excellent. What else does Shadowheart do? I guess she is the one that finds the prism, the weapon, the very important D20. So there are no dice Pokemon. No D20 conveniently shaped Pokemon. It does kind of look like Minior though. So genuinely we might be able to represent it with Minior. What have you missed? We've got some great teams going. We're currently looking at Shadowheart, thinking about representing the Prism. The Prism is a prison holding a prince that a Lich Queen has imprisoned in said item. It also keeps us from becoming a Mind Flayer, and I think Minior really is the way to go. It's like, not only is it the right shape, but also it being like, it's got its unassuming outside and then a magical astral world going on the inside. That was me. I picked that one. Way to go, Self. Thanks, Self. Awesome. We're doing great. Oh, it just means Cerisa has done an excellent job suggesting Pokemon. Which means now it's your turn, Excalibur. Come on, give me the next Pokemon. Okay, but let's wander away. Let's either get Lae'zel or Astarion coming in here. Astarian's so tough. Cause his plot's like pretty nuanced. Yeah, it's not just vampire drink blood. Like, he's a victim. Like, he was enslaved by the vampire lord, but also he considers becoming an evil vampire lord. So we gotta get all that. We gotta figure that out. We gotta figure it out. I want him to have unknown. Astarion equals bitch equals Alolan Persian. Oh, you know what? A wizard Pokemon actually for Gale isn't a bad idea. We'll break ranks for a second to give him Delphox. Because it's like, it's what he is, you know? What color is shiny Delphox? Isn't it silver? Yeah. So first let's slap that over here. Wow. And also, I'm going to give Astarion Unknown. And let me tell you why. It's because I'm actually a fucking Megamind. Because Astarion has a scar on his back. And it's like a satanic incantation. That the bad guy is going to try to use to like sacrifice him. And it's in a language, you know, no one in the party can read. Actually, I bet you Karlach could have read it for some reason, or he's just like, let's not tell anyone else. because it's in Infernal, but that's besides the point. So, but he can't read it, and so making it unknown to like represent the scar in a language that's different, I'm actually so fucking smart. We've rejected Delphox so many times. I know, it's just because it's kind of ugly. So excellent. Infernal Giratina? It's not the worst kind of visual, but I don't know. I feel like something like... Yeah, I think I want to give him Sableye. We might rubber band back to Giratina, but I want to give him Sableye as well, because this is deep into it, basically. But basically we learned that Astarion and the other vampires who are enslaved by his lord have inadvertently turned thousands of people into, like, slaves who have been kept underground. And at the end of the game you can either, and they're kind of, you know, scrawny little cave dwellers like Sableye, and at the end of the game you can either sacrifice them or you can set them free. You set them free underground into the Underdark, and which double works for Sableye, because Sableye is like cave dwelling. It stays in caves and stuff to eat its rocks, and so Sableye kind of represents Sebastian and the others that Astarion and the others were unknowingly turning into more vampire spawn. He gets all the punchable little guys. Giratina is the only Satan we have. And it does kind of work the best for... Yeah, we'll give him Giratina. It feels right. It feels... It's infernal feeling. And he does have, like, Raphael. The Satan guy you all have been seeing in the corner of my other screen for a while now. Because I'm in love with him. Not only is Raphael play a major role in Astarion's plot, but Giratina, spelt incredibly wrong, but also Giratina has a similar sort of flavor as Astarion's vampire lord. So Giratina works, I think. It's kind of a hilarious lineup. Golbat, Unknown, Sableye, Giratina. Awesome. But I think Lae'zel needs some attention. We gotta jump back up to our girl. She's so hard, though. I know her the least, because I used her so little in my first playthrough. She's terse, and very forward, but that's not useful. There are no terse forward Pokemon. She kind of looks like Morgrim. Am I wrong? Is that rude? Rude. She's a fake race. And I think one of you had suggested Shiny Morgrim earlier. And I had been like, nah, because I was too busy thinking about Charizard. But oh wow, that's a terrible PNG. But like, it's got the nose and everything. I was the big brain boy. The big brain boy. It does look so much like her though, with the ears and the upturned nose. That's like all of the character traits of the Githyanki. Awesome. Way to go, us. Let's get her Lich Queen in here. We're fools, why didn't we do that earlier? She's got a Lich Queen that she follows, but early on in the story, kinda, her faith in the Lich Queen shakes. So let's get kind of similar to Salazzle, but more, I'm gonna describe it as overtly evil. Vlaakith, that's the Lich Queen's name. She's, like, got pale skin and dark hair, dark outfit. So are we, do we have anything that's kind of, maybe Gothitelle-esque, but less, maybe Gothitelle. I might go with Gothitelle. She's awfully magic feeling. Wouldn't it be a fake race? Wouldn't being a fake race be considered an official race? I don't know, man. Malamar. I don't know about Malamar. It's not quite right. Alola Marowak, because I'm thinking Adventure Time's Lich. Let's just go with Scary Woman. Can we, are there any Scary Woman Pokemon? I'm gonna grab Gothitelle, but are there any kind of more warrior feeling ones? If not, that's okay. Gothitelle has like the right color palette. I think one can figure out. Oh, I get it. if they saw Gothitelle. Miss Magus is just not quite. It's too magic. It's too witchy. Too witchy poo. Less evil queen. Pheromosa is a great pull. Pheromosa is a great pull. I don't think it's quite right, but I do like Pheromosa. Pheromosa and Buzzwole are 10 out of 10. Hello! Welcome! Awesome. We're doing great. This is where things start to get much harder. It's going to become more difficult. We're gonna have to start pulling from more and more niche moments. Let's get Carlax. What's it fucking called? Blacksmith. She's got a blacksmith. Damn. The guy that you return to every now and then in order to upgrade her engine. Let's get a blacksmith Pokemon. Where's the blacksmith? Does anyone remember that? Ancient fucking Markiplier joke. Bisharp is great. Bisharp might be that. I love that Cerise's just a faster, and so that it looks like everyone else is like just copying. Cerisa just has the least amount of ping with the internet. If we were all playing Call of Duty, Cerisa would be able to shoot first. So faithful Henry coded. It really is. Absolutely faithful Henry coded. I love it. Colossal. I do love Colossal. We never found something that was like Zariel coded for her. Let's round out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Let's round out Carlax team with a demon. I want a demon Pokemon. Surely there must be one. And I'm not saying like in the world of Pokemon demon, like Giratina. Like I want horns and wings, you know, like a little demon looking guy. There must be one. Something with just horns and wings. Preferably in a warm color palette, but you know, I'm not gonna be picky. Mega Houndoom. Mega Houndoom is a good choice, actually. Impidimp? We've already got Morgrem earlier. Hang on, let me... am I thinking of the right Pokemon here? Yeah, we've already got Morgrem elsewhere. I don't want to double dip. Houndoom might be the best choice. Gliscor. Okay, and I'm gonna go with Houndoom. I think Houndoom is the closest we're gonna get. It's got the horns. It's like clearly like hell coded, kind of a thing. Also, we are cheating. I do really love Houndoom. Oops. Cerisa accidentally chose one of my favorite Pokemon. Guess which one I'm gonna pick. Hooray! What a team! Badass. I gotta say. Kinda wish we got more healthy Pokemon. I agree. I really do. I guess it's nice that they're a little rare. We don't want to oversaturate a Pokedex with a bunch of little Satan guys. But I agree. But I'm also obviously a sucker for kind of heaven and hell imagery. Yeah, if you could believe it. Hello, Helicopteron. We're making Pokemon teams for the Baldur's Gate kids. Wowee. One ground type would destroy them. You're not wrong. Karlach, much like in-game, Karlach is an absolute powerhouse, but if you know the one thing that can stop her, oops. I want to make a fan game but with biblical beings. I'd play the fuck out of that. Let's zero in on Gale. Gale is one of the ones I know the best. So surely I can think of more things to give to my husband, Gale. Let's get him Elminster. Elminster is basically Gandalf. Like, he looks like Gandalf. He plays the same role as Gandalf. And it's a friend of Gale's. So are there any old man wizard Pokemon? And it's rough, because we do already have Delphox, which is the wizard Pokemon. But are there any other kind of good old men coded options with a gray beard? Grandpa! I really like Drampa. I remember I had one in my when I played through Sun and Moon. Explicitly because I was just like, I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna name it Akira Toriyama. Because it's got such Akira Toriyama vibes. The Scarab Beetle one? Oh yeah, that guy! Boy, it's got a name. Fucking Uggo McGillicuddy. Pokemon Dung Beetle. Relor and Rabaska. Yeah. Yeah, look at that guy. He's even psychic too. Bug psychic. I'm gonna stick with Drampa. But Rabaska was a good option too. If we can't think of another thing for him, then, or Mega Alakazam. Oh no, Mega Alakazam might be better. Hang on. I'm Googling. I'm grabbing him. Oh no, it's so much better. Oh, sorry, Drampa. You've been kicked from the team for the clearly superior pick. Excellent. We need something that can explode. Not to put it too bluntly, but that is kind of Gale's whole plot. So he's got his orb that eats magical items, and then Elminster shows up and he's like, hey man, you know your ex-girlfriend, the goddess? And Gale's like, yeah. And Elminster's like, okay, so she's willing to forgive you, but you have to, like, blow yourself up. Huh? And so, and then he gains an ability where at any point you can blow Gale up and he will permanently die. So we just gotta choose the best one. I do think Electrode is the way to go. To be fair to her, it was blow yourself up in order to kill an evil god. That's kind of the main antagonistic force of the game. But still, I gotta say, toxic. What a toxic bitch she is. Blacephalon, humanish explosion boy. Blacephalon is... I do like Blacephalon. I'm gonna roll with Electrode because it's like, its whole deal is exploding. Also, it's another orb. I do really like Blacephalon a lot, but I think Electrode's the way to go. Yeah, exactly, Weezing, Electrode, they're the ones you immediately think of, and if you know the game, if you're familiar with Gale and his story, yeah, you look through these Pokemon and you get to Electrode and you immediately understand what it, because all it does is blow up. That's the whole thing. Awesome. Yeah, Weezing explodes. You can tell because it's circular, which is a weird trend that they had. But yeah, Weezing and Coughing learn explosion and self-destruct. And I think they're the only other two outside of the Voltorb line that did in Kanto. I'm pretty sure. But, you know, don't quote me on that. I'm no Pokemon expert. Clearly. Great job. We've done so well. Circle plus used by villains equals explode. Yeah, it's just how it is. You also think Snorlax can explode? You know what? I think you're right. And you know what? I'm pretty sure Haunter can learn it as well. No. Never mind. I was thinking of... They're connected in my head because I remember very vividly playing Pokemon Stadium on the N64 and something using Explosion, but since it's a normal type move, it doesn't affect Haunter. I remember that. Gengar can! It's because it's round. See? That's the thing. Snorlax too. Round. Round things explode. I guess it could evoke fire, like, fireworks. I guess that's the way you could justify that trend. Or maybe they didn't mean for that, and they were like, how do we end up making all the round Pokemon explode? What's the... Pokemon don't make sense. Coming from someone who loves Pokemon for as long as I can remember. You're not wrong. They don't make sense. You're telling me that Shinx can intimidate a god Pokemon? You can send out Arceus, and I can send out Shinx. And it can have Intimidate as its ability. And Arceus will be like, oh, I'm scared. Great, let's get back to Baldur's Gate. We gotta figure out, let's see who we're kind of approaching next. We've got the most with Astarion. So I guess we can round out the fellas and get all the fellas done. What a surprise! The men get to finish first. Anyway, yeah, let's get a story and figure it out. There's plenty we can do. I know. Sexism. You're right. This is sexism. The men are being sexist towards us. This is bogus. Imagine being such a Chad that you can intimidate God. For real, though. Astarion is a rogue. He is a rogue, thiefy rogue boy. Surely there is a good rogue Pokemon that we can slap on his team. And I do think there are plenty of, like, little thieves. It's kind of just a matter of picking the right one. You know, like, there's tons of the rats. You know, we've got, like, a lowland Rattata, normal Rattata, like, the Furret line, you know? You telling me that fucking Metapod can kill a being that has time powers and is considered a god? Yeah. It's how it is. Purloin, punchable little guy. Thievul, another great option. We might go with Thievul. Gimmighoul? Not quite. I do like Gimmighoul a lot. The snail ninja dude from Unova. Snail ninja dude. Snail ninja dude from Unova. Can I get more descriptors on the snail ninja? I'm going to go with Thievul, but I want to figure out who's that Pokemon. Axelgar! I forgot that guy existed. What a little weirdo. I like him. The weird, completely, like, random relationship Axelgar has with, Excavalier. It feels so, I'm sure there's a good reason for it, but it feels so out of left field. Just, hey, by the way, you have to trade these two specific Pokemon together for them to evolve. Because one steals the other shell. And it's like, oh? But we're gonna go with Thievul. It's even got, like, that, like, roguish kind of bullshit. I'm gonna chat you up kind of personality looking ass. That's great. Thievul's 10 out of 10. Wait. Is the shiny silver? It is. We're going with shiny Thievul specifically because it matches Astarion's color palette. Thievul. Wow. Awesome. Cool, one more. I'ma riz you up Sigma styled, said no one who has ever successfully rizzed a girl. Not immediately thiefy, but Zoroark. I do like Zoroark. It's not quite right. I like the idea, because like Zoroark's ability has it like hide in plain sight, but it's just not quite right. Still don't know what Sigma means. So Sigma, the way how they pitch it, you know, alpha males who are leaders of the pack, and then there are betas, and girls don't like betas. They want an alpha. This is what the losers think. A Sigma is actually better than an alpha because they don't let themselves be distracted by women. They're an alpha, but without the stupid girls distracting them. Which means in reality, they're a beta who just wanted to go, no, I'm actually better. In reality, none of them are good. If a fella insists on using alpha, beta, omega, sigma terminology to describe himself, other people, or you, he's a loser. An absolute doofus Dumbo. Messiah's hit the nail on the head, an incel. Sariza did too. But yeah, that's what a Sigma is. It's an alpha without girls, cause girls don't like me, so I'm gonna just full swap into misogyny. We need one more Pokemon for Astarion. Is there another good blood-themed Pokemon that we could get in here? I don't think so. They tend to wander away from Viscera as an option. Maybe... it's just kind of the right color palette. I was thinking maybe Hisuian Zoroark. But I don't know. I think it's just the right color for him. All that alpha stuff was just made up by a misunderstanding from research about wolves. It's true. The guy who initially pitched the idea in a book has subsequently gone on to completely disavow the findings. To completely just be like, hey, I was wrong. That's not how wolves work. I was wrong. These aren't terms. Hisuian Zoroark is bleeding. Is it? Let me Google it really quick. Pokemon! Gotta catch 'em all. Zoroark! Spelled too hard for me. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. Are we settling? It's got its like ooey gooey veiny things though. I think this is right. This can be like ascended Astarion. You know, this is the path that we all want to try to avoid. Excellent. Hang on, Thievel's a little big. It's too late. He's already part of the... He's been assimilated. I can't make it smaller. Pokemon is only dark when you read... Yeah, the manga, for sure. I do like the manga a lot. I wish I had more. There is Blood Moon Ursaluna, but... Oh man, what a shame it's so, like, bulky. The vampires, obviously, you know, are a lot more kind of svelte, you know, coated. No big, strong guys. And what a shame that, like, Blood Moon Ursaluna is so, like, clearly tank-coated. Would Noivern and Noibat work better than Golbat? I don't think so. The fact that their kind of whole vibe is... noise. It's sort of the antithesis of what Astarion does as a rogue. And, you know, they're kind of just, they're subwoofer wyverns as opposed to a vampire bat. Yeah, it's a bummeroni because Golbat is kind of the best vampire bat option, and it's just very unflattering. It's not a very pretty Pokemon. There has to be a meat Pokemon, I just know it. Oh wait, I'm thinking of Veluza. But Gliscor, I like Gliscor. It's just not quite right. I think Golbat is a Route 1, but a better option. I do like Gliscor, though. Gliscor is one of the ones that I'm like, why haven't I had that on a team? No real reason. Just like fucking Drapion. I like him. I do. Maybe Gliscor is better. It's so Scorpion, though. Oh, but it's also kind of Vampire Bat. A large, mainly purple, vampire bat-like Pokemon. You know what? It's been decided. We're swapping out Golbat for Gliscor. Hell yeah. We succeeded. We chose a cooler looking Pokemon. Or Zubat with their mouths with the fangies. Yeah. Crobat is so doofy looking. Have you actually seen Crobat's face? Let me show you. Because, like, Golbat isn't anything super duper to look at. But Crobat looks like an absolute goober gumbo. And you know what? Maybe it's the stadium's fault for that. Yeah. You know what? That's the problem. Because normally, we're taking a small detour to... oh my, who is it? It's Excalibur. Because, you know, okay, so I'll give you this. Crobat does look good in the official artwork. I give you that. But I always think of the Pokemon Stadium. Crobat. And it's Celeste fan. Way to go. Pokemon Stadium. Crobat. Because it looks so fucking ugly. Howdy. Which one was this one? I was too slow. Oh, it's Ariza. Hello? I said copy. And now you paste. There he is. Because this is what it looks like at Pokemon Stadium. And, oh jeez. Vincent, you scared me. I thought you were a bug. Little buggy boy. It's not his fault. Yeah. You're not wrong. But I just always think of this fucking toothy maw. Why did they model him like this? It's bananas. He's got a lot. And Underbite is underselling it. Yeah. So this is what I always think of. In my head, this is what every Crobat looks like. They all look like this. But ugly Martian looking ass. Excellent. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, all the fellas have finished. What a surprise. No. But let's shift. Oh, we didn't even finish all the boys because Will is here. Oops. Let's shift to somebody else. Let's go with Shadowheart. I like Shadowheart. She's pretty easy. We've got plenty we can work with. Let's get her parents involved. Her parents play a relatively minor, but an impactful, like they play a role in her story. So, maybe Mousehold? That's kind of fucked up. Let's do it. Maybe Mousehold, that's kind of fucked up. Why do you guys want to sit exclusively right next to the door? Little honey boys. Little cutie pies. You could tell when I talk to the cats, because I talk to them with an annoyingly cute voice. Or Kangaskhan. We'll roll with Mousehold because it's her mom and dad, very explicitly. So, yeah. With the single child, I would... There's no good pictures. I guess I can use this one. Because, yeah, she doesn't have any siblings. Great! Wahoo! Go harass the cats. Oh, they're just being little idiots. Vincent was lying near my door, and then Pippin was like, I want to be there too. And I was like, guys, why do you got sleep in the bed? Let's get a wolf. Thought Twiins was calling us good boys. You're all very good boys. Great job, fellas. Every day when I come home, I call the cats cute boys. I walk into the door and I go, hello, cute boys. Even if Alison is home, even if she's in front of me, I address the cats first. Let's get a wolf. We need a wolf because Shadowheart has a fear of wolves because of her backstory. So there's plenty to choose from. It's kind of just picking our favorite wolf, which means rock wolf. My brain is dead at the moment. Herdier isn't wolf, but very good boy. We're gonna go with my favorite one, which is Mighty Anna. I wish Mighty Anna got a mega. I think that would have been cool. Mighty Anna is not a very good Pokemon, but I always use it whenever I've played through Hoenn. Because I like it so much. Because it's edgy and cool. Mighty Anna and Skitty. That's my fucking vibe right there. Oh no. Honestly, Midnight Form Lycanroc might actually be a better choice. Also, it's the best one. The daytime form and dusk form are stinky and dumb. Okay, so it's rough because it's like clearly more werewolf coded, but it's like also more evil. We're gonna stick with Mighty Anna. I think they both do it well enough. I do really like Midnight Lycanroc though, because I want it to be like just a wolf kind of a thing. Just I'm sorry, Excalibur. But it wasn't a terrible choice. I just wanted it to be, it's too cool. That's the problem. We just need one more for her. I'm surely there's another, the Blood Moon Rise. Like are you talking about Ursaluna again? I'm gonna get you. I've never played Cassette Beasts before. I don't know what that means. Let's get ourselves another... No, we've already got Lady Char represented with Darkrai. Fuck. I need one more personality trait. A flower! She mentions that she cannot swim and that she likes a specific type of flower. Let's get her a purple flower. Which ones are purple? There are plenty of flower Pokemon. Oh, I got an idea. We're gonna go with Flabebe. Because Flabebe can come in, edgy mode. Or actually, rather, other than Flabebe, yeah, Floette. Because there is the special Floette. Eternal Flower Floette. That was, I believe, Az's little guy. AZ. Hell yeah. 10 out of 10. Shiny Florges is also purple. But, I didn't want an actually very pretty Pokemon. Ooh, hang on. No, that PNG is worse. I was just looking to see if there was a better PNG of, of Eternal Flower Floette. Okay, yeah. No. Great. Awesome. Excellent. Thumbs up. Cool, that's Shadowheart done. Radical. Let's do Will. I think we can probably get Will done. Easy. Surely. There's so much to him. Like, he's a prince. Technically. He's, like, son of a duke, which is like a prince. So, what's a good princely Pokemon? There must be one. He also needs a sword, because he's the sword of Avernus, or rather the blade of Frontiers, and it becomes the blade of Avernus, depending on his... He needs a blade. So... Keldeo Gallade. I think I like Keldeo better, because Keldeo has kind of like a... Well, maybe Gallade. Pokemon. Gallade. I spelled it wrong. I spelled all the words wrong. He is gallant. 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 What about actually Iron Valiant? That might be kind of perfect. Yeah. I'm gonna go with that. You can't stop me. It's my Pokemon team list. Hell yeah. It's got a sword and everything. Rad. I need a win, I need one. I feel like you've done one before, Excalibur. Surely you have. You led us to Iron Valiant. So you should be proud. Prinplup is a penguin prince. You're right. So yeah. I think it's the only prince Pokemon. Unless we go with like Litleo, but it's kind of like a W for wow, that's a stretch. Pokemon. Prinplup. What an ugly fucking Pokemon. So many of the middle evolution starters are. Rad. Okay, cool. We just need one more for Will. We're all smart little cookies. Zacian does also have a sword, but I like where we're rolling. Litleo's mostly female anyways, but they can be male. It ain't gender locked, nothing special about that. You're right. So that's the end of that, exactly. Cool, so now we just need one more thing for Will. Surely there must be something. There must be. He can dance. That's part of his, like, romance kind of adventure, if you romance him. There is dancing involved. Dance Pokemon. A dance Pokemon that isn't Spidna or Ludicolo. Oricorio is a great choice. Let's go with Flamenco specifically because it's the prettiest. Also, I think it kind of fits his dancing the best, but I'll admit that I haven't done like I've spelled it wrong because I put Pokemon Flamenco instead of Oricorio. Yeah, I haven't done a Will romance yet, so... But yeah, it certainly fits him better than, like, the cheerleader, you know? Hell yeah! We're doing really well. Duck Paldean, bitch. Quaquavel? We're gonna pass on Quaquavel, but I do love the Quaquavel line. They're good. Azelf is the willpower Pokemon. Which one's Azelf? That's a never-ending story character. That's not a Pokemon. Oh, right, that one. No, fuck that. His name is also spelled with a Y. It's W-Y-L-L. Excellent. We've done super well. Let's finish up Lae'zel. That's all we have left. Okay, so we've got her red dragon. We've got the Morgrim representing her race. And we've got her Lich Queen. He spells his name wrong. That's actually an interaction you can have with him in the overworld. Because sometimes the party will chit-chat. You actually don't get involved in the chit-chatting too often. But yeah, somebody will be like, maybe you do. Maybe your character asks, but they're like, why is it spelled like that? You know, like with a Y. Why? And he replies with, why indeed? And they're like, no, but why? And he's like, I always just figured my dad spelled it wrong. Will, the Y is representing, why were you born? That's fucked up. I will offer Superior one more time. I love Superior. It's just not quite right. But I like where your head's at. Why? Why not? But why though? Why not? Let's get... I want an astral Pokemon. I want a Pokemon that is star-coded. And I think I'm gonna go with, Lunala? Yeah. I'm gonna give her Lunala because it's the night sky more so than Solgaleo. Because it's the fucking sun. And because the astral plane is important to her and kind of her character arc. So, we've also already got Minior. And I want it to be grand. I don't know what Pokemon Jirak is. That's like a Chrono Trigger character. Moon Rock bitch. You're gonna have to be more specific. Oh, Jirachi. Yeah, too specifically Star when I wanted like the night sky kind of a thing. Why not Honedge? She's a sword girl, give her a sword. They're all sword girls. But actually, you're right. You didn't even know it, but you're right. Because she mentions that, you know, her goal is get a red dragon and a silver sword. And you can get that by the end of the game. A silver sword, and it's a very good weapon. And early on, I didn't even realize this my first playthrough, but early on she does mention, you know, being, you know, I'm going to do great things and be awesome, and I will get my silver sword. And the fact that she mentioned it so early on, and I didn't even notice. Great writing, 10 out of 10. So we're going to give her technically Aegislash because it's just, it's Honedge but evolved. Honedge but even fancier feeling. So way to go. You got one. There's a lot of celebration. Sonic wins, John wins, Excalibur wins. Lunatone. We've wandered past past the night sky, but we're doing great. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We just need one more. We just need one more for Lae'zel. Gotta rub our brains together for Hammer. Are there any Hammer Pokemon? Yes, there is. I headbutted so hard I went crazy. There is a very, very relevant Hammer to the story as well. That's right, she gets a sword and a hammer, and she gets the only true Hammer Pokemon, Tinkaton. Wowee! Look at these teams! Not bad. Who's got the best team? Let's see. Lae'zel's is pretty solid. It doesn't have a ton of diversity, though. Charizard is really holding it up. In terms of, you know, like, type coverage. Shadowheart's team, very cool. Might be the best one, with the wombo combo of Darkrai, Omega, and Mousehold, which is just low-key one of the strongest Pokemon. And then Astarion's team, you know, Weak Sauce, and then Giratina. If he wins anything, it's gonna be because of that. Will's team, probably the most balanced. We got good diversity across the types. He like Will's team looks like a real Pokemon team, you know. Karlach's team, like we said, one ground type move completely devastates them. And then Gale is cheating. Just like in-game. Gale has legendaries upon shinies upon megas, ultra beasts. And then a sneaky little self-destruct in the back pocket, just in case. Gale is cracked, and then there's the bomb. Excellent. This was great. Glad I was able to eternally feed my Baldur's Gate brain rot. Luckily, there's only a single ground type. You're right. And what a cool, diverse collection of Pokemon. Awesome stuff, I gotta say. And I think if you've played the games, you can look at this and understand where we were coming from for all of our picks. Hooray! Gale's team, Mega, Shiny, Ultra Beast, Legendary, and Electrode. I may be out of mana, but I ain't out of options. Explodes is really it. So, wahoo! Wowee! I'll post this to Twitter. And thanks for being here. Appreciate it. I had fun. Yeah. I gotta play I need to play Project Sekai. gotta play Project Sekai and pet the cats. Give them cute little pats on their squishy little heads. So yeah. Thanks for being here. I hope you had fun. I know I did. These are always fun. I always like doing these. And I'll see ya on the flip side. Adios, drink your vegetables, eat your water. And goodbye.